I hope this is recording. It's the first time I'm going to ride in rain properly, even though it's not torrential rain. It's quite a bit of rain. First time riding on it. I'll show you how I ride on rain. How to be safe and not to panic in the rain. Hopefully I can demonstrate it quite well. You can see my bike still looks new. Doesn't look like it's been used at all. I have used it only on dry days. My gloves. Oh, one thing I forgot to get is the V-wipes. What is the V-wipes? I'll show you what's the V-wipe. It's this thing here. It's essential, it's a must. I got this one from Infinity in West London, Hanger Lane. No, sorry, not Hanger Lane, sorry. This one was from Slough actually, somewhere around Slough. I was buying some stuff and then I was just, to get a bit I do, I need to spend extra £5. And so then I just got that. Before I used the V-wipes, I heard a lot of reviews on it, and it was, if you check on Amazon and other places for review, you've got some poor review. Some say they just break. Wow man, look at this, it's taking so long to put these damn gloves on. Yeah, just put it like that. Yeah, so a lot of bad reviews that they're rubbish, they keep breaking, they don't really work. So I was put off from buying it. But when it came down to this, I thought, you know, £5, what am I going to buy? Instead of buying a keyring or something, let me just buy something that I can try out and see what it's like. And if it works, then perfect. I know some gloves already have it, but those, for those ones that gloves ain't got it, this is what you need. And it actually works fantastic. Okay, I had my beam on. Yeah, so you need the V-wipes to riding in rain and all weather, because it does help you. So let me move off slowly. When I move off, it's got a lot of torque in the low end, so I'm going to have to be very careful. And here we are. So officially riding properly on rain. And that was a nice gentleman who gave it away. And here we are. There you go. On rain, it's all about patience. It's not about how fast you can go, how crazy you're gonna ride, especially if you're moving off. Especially, when I say especially, I mean all the time you should be very careful and patient in riding. When I say especially, it's because people sometimes forget and they sort of give that extra throttle and then, oops, it was raining. I didn't realise. We don't want that to happen. And you can see that I'm going straight, not moving too much. Even on the manhole covers, I'm going straight over it, and it doesn't, you know, you won't lose traction or control anything by doing that. By going over it, even though, you know, you have to avoid. A couple of things you're going to keep in mind is that, first of all, the white lines. Now you can see here on the white line on the floor, don't brake on them and don't rev off on them. As soon as you do, you can lose traction because they're very slippery. Secondly, what you need is when you're going again over the manhole covers, don't turn on the cover. So if you're doing a turning, don't do a turning on the cover because you'll slide. And don't brake and don't rev off as well. And also you can watch out for oil, especially this type of rain, what I'm going through now, because now all the dirt, everything's here, so coming up, all the oil's coming up, the dirty part of it. See, I'm using this, I'll just clean a bit of the camera, hopefully you can see it's working, but on my visor it's actually working. There we go, patience and go. Yeah, so when it's on the, you know, the oil on the floor, especially if it's drizzled like that, raining, just new fresh rain coming down, It's not too wet. It's not washed anything off. It just got the dirt out, and the oil is very slippery, especially if there's diesel or something on the floor. So you're going to be very, very careful. Keeping distance is really important. See, when I'm riding now, on my ZX, I'm more cautious, and I have to again say that I have to be really cautious on this as well. Doesn't matter what type of bike it is, how much the power is. It's got enough power to kill you if you abuse it. Obviously, you can, you know, do a bit more on this one, just that little bit more, and feel a bit more safe. But really, if you go crazy and nuts, it's, you know, whichever bike you're riding, you know, even if it's 125, you're gonna hurt yourself. It's bad enough coming off a bicycle, you know, and this is the engine I'm talking about. This is how I will ride the bike. This is how I ride the bike. I'm sure there are a lot of rules that you should follow in the riding law or riding rule books, whatever it is. And there's one really good book that I've got that I study every so often, and it helps me here and there. As in, like, if I read it one time, I'll learn something, then I'll forget everything. But if I do bits and pieces, then I can keep it in my head. It's called Roadcraft. Who's it done by, written by, I can't remember, but it's obviously DVLA approved, and DSA approved, whatever you know, whoever the authority is. See, I can see this person is braking quite a bit. I'm going to move away, because when you come across this sort of braking, you are likely to panic if you're behind that car and do something that you really want to do. And this, what I just done here, is completely wrong. I shouldn't undertake anyone. Really, the undertaking is dangerous. You're well out of driver's view. The only reason I've done it, well, you will probably notice that I'm doing a lot of videos with my ZX and everything, you know. But when I'm in rain, I normally won't do it, because this is where I can't brake harshly. As soon as I try to brake harshly, I will come off it. I will slide, and I don't want to slide. Especially giving its new bike, you want to look after it. And bike or not, you as an individual, you human being, you're more worth than any bike, and you should look after yourself instead of doing dangerous driving, whatever. So, as I was saying, the reason why I did this I undertook because I got caught out, and then instead of panicking and doing a harsh brake, I thought I'd just squeeze through and undertake. Watch out for buses and pedestrians like this gentleman here. Just run across. If I was riding a good speed, and he just came suddenly from nowhere, and I tried to brake, either I would have hit him, or I would definitely come flying off. So you want to avoid emergency braking on wet weathers. I can see the bus is indicating. I'm going to indicate out. I'm going to indicate it out because I came out from the lane so much. Cyclists, watch out for the cyclists here. There we go. I'll come back properly in the center of my lane. I tend to like to ride in the center of my lane more because it gives me that space, what I need to be safe. Okay, so I have to come out, and I'm not panicking, just keep going straight over the potholes, put manhole covers straight over it. It's okay. Guy did say sorry to me. I can't blame him because it is raining, and I know how difficult it is to ride a bicycle in the rain. It's bad enough riding a motorbike with a helmet on. The rain is like hitting his face. It's distracting him. So yeah, avoid the manhole covers as much as you can. But if you're going, you can go straight over it without any problems, without sliding. because you're just there for a few seconds, a split second. But what you shouldn't do, and it's a must know, is turn or brake. That will definitely hurt you. Okay, let me. Well, I don't have to. He's going. So, like I said, first thing with riding in the rain is patience. Not all the time you could be aggressive, not all the time you could go in and out and do all this funky stuff. A lot of people do it. I have to admit that I've got some good set of tyres here. Not the best maybe. I will test it all out later on, how good these tyres are. But these are Dunlop Road Max 2, or Sports Max 2. Road Max I think is, that's what it's called. It came standard with the bike. In the dry, I've seen it, it's very, very grippy. It heats up in no time and it's very sticky. So I'm using those in this weather, on this road, at this rate, and I feel comfortable. I don't feel like my back is anything slipping or anything like that. And it shouldn't, because obviously I'm not giving it too much power. Pilot Road 3s, which I had on the other ones, the front of my front tyre, and it made a huge difference. Just the front tyre made a huge difference. And I had Bridgestones on the back, and the back would, you know, it would sometimes spin out a little bit, even on very, very less wet surface. Okay, now I can see people are trying to go in and out here. I just have to be careful and keep them keep safe distance, so that I don't get hit or taken down by any other car. And if you can see the oil on the floor, the rainbow color thing, that's diesel that you have to watch out for. That's the stuff that can kill you. That's the stuff that can take you out if you're not looking at properly. There we go. Especially if you're coming, you watch out for these people. They're very impatient, and they may be impatient because they're getting hit by rain and don't want to get hit by rain. So just, you know, just be careful. You know, just be a bit aware that people may act a little bit, you know, in haste. They may not notice you. They may do things that you might be quite upset to see, because you may, if you're going, it's different. So you see this gentleman here, this Toyota. He's thanking me because obviously I didn't horn or say anything to him. If I was coming off the corner and I was coming at a speed that would do a normal dry weather, that would have been something different. Either I would have come off, I could have hit him. Definitely I would have been angry. But because I'm going slowly, be patient, anger is not an option. So as we're approaching the mini roundabout here, I will let go of the throttle, start slowly braking, taking my gears down, and then I'm going to be indicating to take that exit here. See that? You see that manhole cover there? As soon as I saw it, I straightened the bike. I'd rather go straight into a brick wall than do a turn on top of a manhole cover, because going towards the brick wall means that I've got a chance to actually brake and stop at a safe distance and be safe. But turning on the manhole cover in wet weather like this means you're coming down, mate. So you can see this bend here. I'm not going to lean too much. Leaning too much is going to be really, really bad for this weather. That's what happens. People lean too much sometimes in bad weather and they just come off. Can you hear the wind? It is very, very windy. So it's windy and it's raining. So So you must be very careful and very patient. Anyways, I think I've said enough for now. Hopefully it helps you lot out there who are like learning how to ride, who are a bit scared to ride on the wet, because there are a lot of people that are scared to ride on the wet, and I don't see there's any reason why people should be scared to ride on the wet. You can drive in the wet, you can ride in the wet. It just means different style of riding. It just means that you can't do what you do in wet, in dry, sorry. So you can see I'm going on the white line, no problem, because I'm just riding over it. Anyways, hope you lot enjoyed this and learned something from it, and I will do another video next time, one tutorial how to ride.